A person's greatness is defined by their thoughts. This has been proven countless times by the lives of successful people like Elon Musk, Steve Jobs, and Jeff Bezos. Napoleon Hill, in his classic book Think and Grow Rich, once said, "What you think about, you become." But if this is true, why do so many people struggle to achieve success? Do they not consider their future? Or do they fail to recognize their own potential? Today's story will reveal the answers and teach a valuable lesson. Along the way, we'll also learn a few new words to improve our English. Stay with us till the end. I promise it will be worth your time. Once, in a busy railway station, there lived a beggar. He survived every day by asking travelers for coins as they waited for their trains. One day, while begging, he noticed a sharply dressed businessman stepping onto the platform. Seeing his expensive suit and confident stride, the beggar thought, "This man must be rich. If I ask him for money, he'll surely give me something generous." With this hope, the beggar approached the businessman and held out his hand. But instead of giving him money, the businessman asked, "Do you always just take from others? Have you ever given anything to anyone?" The beggar was stunned. He had never been asked such a question. Hesitantly, he replied, "Sir, I'm just a beggar. I survive by asking for alms. I have nothing to give." The businessman smiled and said, "If you believe you have nothing to offer, then you also have no right to ask for anything. I believe in exchange. If you give me something, I can give you something in return. But if you have nothing, I cannot give you anything." Saying this, he boarded his train and left. The beggar stood there, replaying the words in his mind. For the first time, he realized why people rarely gave him money, because he offered nothing in return. That night, he lay awake, pondering, "But what can I give? I am just a beggar." Yet the businessman's words kept echoing. "If you want to receive, you must first give." For 2 days, the beggar didn't ask anyone for money. He was too busy thinking. On the third day, he noticed a patch of wildflowers near the tracks. Their bright colors inspired an idea. What if I offer something in return? What if I give a flower to anyone who gives me a coin? Determined, he picked some flowers and went back to his usual spot. Whenever someone handed him money, he smiled and offered a flower in return. People accepted the flowers with joy. Some even thanked him warmly. As days passed, something amazing happened. More people started giving him money, but he noticed a pattern. When he had flowers, donations increased. When he ran out, they decreased. He realized that people liked to receive something in return. One day, while handing out flowers, he saw the businessman again. Excitedly, he approached and said, "Sir, today I have something to offer. If you give me money, I will give you flowers in return." The businessman smiled, handed him some cash, and took a few flowers. "You have learned one of life's greatest lessons," he said. "Today, you are no longer a beggar. You have become a businessman." The train arrived, and the businessman stepped off. The beggar stood there, reflecting, "Am I really a businessman now?" After thinking, he realized the truth. He knew the secret of success. People weren't giving him money out of pity. They were paying for what he offered. He had a business all along. He just needed to see himself that way. From that day, he left the railway station and never begged again. 6 months later, at the same station, 2 well-dressed men met. One asked, "Do I know you?" The other smiled. "Yes, we've met here twice before. The first time, I refused to give you money. The second, I bought flowers from you." The former beggar laughed. "Yes, that was me. But now I run a successful flower business and am expanding it." The businessman was astonished. "What changed?" The flower seller replied. "You taught me a life-changing truth. We only receive when we give. I was never truly a beggar. I was a businessman all along. I just had to see myself that way." The 2 men shook hands again, now as equals, and boarded their trains toward their futures. Life is shaped by how we see ourselves. If you think small, you will remain small. But if you recognize your inner potential, you can achieve greatness. Don't limit yourself. See yourself as strong, capable, and successful. When your thoughts change, your future changes too. If you enjoyed this story, give it a thumbs up, comment on what you learned, and share it to inspire others. See you in the next story.